This is the best pie I've ever had. Where did you find these? This is weird. This is Veronica speaking. How may I help you? I like these, but not those. Do these make me look fat? In all of these statements, we used demonstrative pronouns. The demonstratives, this, that, these, and those, can act as adjectives or pronouns in sentences. In this lesson, we will discuss how to use them as pronouns. We use demonstrative pronouns to talk about things, ideas, and in certain situations, people. We use them to talk about something that was already mentioned, or to show or point to someone or something. Let us begin with the singular this. We use this to point to or demonstrate a thing that is close to us in distance. We also use this demonstrative pronoun to refer to ideas, situations, and events that are current or near in time. We can also use it to talk about a noun that has already been mentioned, or when there is an understanding of what noun is being talked about. This is my house. I'm using this because it is close to me in distance, and I'm showing it to you. I'm demonstrating that it is near. And also, it is just one single house. I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat this. The food I don't want to eat is close to me. So I use the singular demonstrative pronoun that we use to talk about things that are close to us. The food is right in front of me. I might be pointing to it. You can see it. I can see it. And it is just one single meal or piece of food. This is the worst movie ever. This is the worst movie ever. It is a movie that I am currently watching. So the action or event of watching the movie is near in time. The movie is being shown right in front of me, most likely. So it is also near in distance. Because it is near in distance, and probably the only movie showing, there is an understanding of what movie I am talking about. And it is just one singular movie we are talking about. So, allow me to paint a picture here. You and I are at a concert. We are both enjoying the concert, and you say, "This is awesome." You used the word this because the concert is near. It is happening right in front of you. It is also near in time. It is happening right now. And it is just one single concert. So we use the singular demonstrative pronoun this. Now let's take a look at that. We use that to talk about things or situations that are not near to us in distance. We also use that to talk about things, events, and situations that we are mentioning or referring to in the past or that are far away from now. That is his house. The house is far away from me in distance, and it is just one house. So I use that. That was a good day. Remember in our definition, I mentioned that we often use that to talk about times in the past. The noun that the pronoun that is referring to is someday in the past. You can tell because I used was, past simple form of to be. That will be the day of my wedding. That will be the day of my wedding. So here we are actually talking about the future. You can tell because we use the future simple tense. But it is not at a time in the near future. It is not close to now. It might be a year from now or months from now. So we say that because it is far away in time. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that. The thing that I don't want to eat is not near me in distance. Perhaps I'm pointing to it from a far distance. So I use that. That is awesome. That is awesome. So to describe another situation, let's say you are outside and you see a concert happening from afar. You are not at the concert, but you see it happening. You might comment, "That is awesome," right? I'm not there, but I see it happening and it looks awesome. We could also say that was awesome, right? Meaning it had already happened and it's over. It was in the past. That is the worst movie ever. So let's describe another situation where you are at a movie theater and you are walking by different movie advertisements on the walls and you see a movie ad from a distance. And you say, "That is the worst movie ever." You are just pointing from a distance to the ad. So you use that. Or you could say, "That was the worst movie experience I ever had." So you are not watching the movie now, but you saw it in the past. So you use that. Again with the past tense. Let's move on to our plural forms. These and those are the plural forms of this and that, respectively. We use these to talk about things or situations that are near to us, and when we are talking about more than one thing or situation. So it is the plural form of this. These are our houses. Houses is plural, so we use the plural demonstrative pronoun these. The houses are also close to us in distance. We are pointing or showing the houses that are close to us. These are the days I have to work. These are the days that I have to work. So I'm describing a current situation that I am in. So I use these. And I'm working more than one day, so I use the plural. I don't want to eat these. I don't want to eat these. I'm talking about, let's say, cookies. The cookies are near me in distance, and there are many cookies, or at least more than one. I don't want to eat these. These is the plural form of this. Let's move on to those. Those are their houses. We are using the plural form of that because we have houses, more than one. Also, because they are far from us in distance. I could say, "I don't want to eat those. I don't want to eat those." So now the cookies are far from me. So I use the plural form for that, which is those. But this is just an example sentence because I love cookies and I will always eat them. Those were the best days of my life. So we are talking about a past time in our lives, and you can tell because I used were. Because it is past, plural, and because it was more than one day, we used those as our demonstrative pronoun, the plural form of that. So let's paint another scenario. You are young and dreaming about having your own children one day because you have always wanted children and you like children. So you say to yourself, those will be the best years of my life. Speaking of the years when you plan on having children. Okay, so it will be in the distant future. So you say those years. Let's talk about other situations in which you might use this. Okay, so we use this for introductions. If I'm introducing a person to another person or to other people, I'd say, this is my friend Andrew. This is our new coworker. Also, if you are on the phone, it is common to announce yourself by using this. This is Catherine. How may I help you? So you would say, this is whatever your name is. Okay? So we introduce ourselves on the phone by saying, this is. So I would say, this is Taylor. We also use this when we want to ask who we are speaking with on the phone. Is this Pam? And then Pam might say, yes, this is Pam. Is this Bob? Is this Town Hall? Okay, so if we're asking who we are speaking with, we say, is this? And then the person's name. A little more advanced, we use this in our writing and sometimes in speech, but more common in writing, to refer to something we already talked about, something we already wrote. So I could say, I eat breakfast every morning at 7 a.m. In my opinion, this is the best time for a morning meal. In the second sentence, we use the word this to talk about a situation or thing we already mentioned in the first sentence. That situation is the time we eat breakfast, 7 a.m. We use this to avoid repeating ourselves too much. It just makes our writing sound better and less boring. So we don't say, I eat breakfast every morning at 7 a.m. In my opinion, 7 a.m. is the best time for a morning meal. It's not incorrect to repeat, but using this instead of repeating the time just makes our English sound more natural and versatile. We just must make sure it is clear what this is referring to in the previous statement, so the reader does not get confused. But I will talk more about that usage of this in a later video. This is just an introduction to that usage, so you are aware. And similarly, we can use that in the same situations. So instead of saying, this is the best time for a morning meal, we can say, that is the best time for a morning meal. And there is really no difference in meaning. And the same with the plural these and those. So for example, I could say, I eat breakfast every morning at 6 or 7 a.m. These are the best times for a morning meal. So I eat breakfast at either 6 or 7 a.m. I could also say, I eat breakfast at either 6 or 7 a.m. Those are the best times for a morning meal. So you can talk about something already referred to in a previous sentence using the plural demonstrative pronouns as well. So let's look at this. We have a voiced the, meaning you engage your vocal cords for the sound, and I sound, which can be tricky for some of you, I, followed by an unvoiced s sound. So you won't engage your vocal cords on that last consonant. We say this. Okay, let's try that. Again, a voiced the sound. And then we have not ah. It's not an ah. That. that, then the final T, which is often a stop T, so you might hear it pronounced that, or just that, that. So let's try these. So we have a voiced the sound, and then E as in eat, and then a voiced Z sound. So it sounds like a Z even though it has an S. So we say these. And then finally we have those. So again, a voiced the sound. All of these demonstrative pronouns start with a voiced the. Then we have o, then a voiced z, another z sound, those. So we can say this, that, these, and those. This, that, these, and those. Now let's have a little practice on our demonstrative pronouns. You will have 15 seconds to read and answer each question, but of course, if you need more time, you can always pause the video. That is the end of today's lesson on demonstrative pronouns. Make sure to look out for my next video on demonstrative adjectives. If you found this video useful, make sure to give me a like, subscribe to this channel if you'd like more grammar lessons like this, and until next time, English learners.